Hi, everyone. Dawn here from Your Life Reinvented Hypnotherapy Success, Anxiety Success Expert. And so today we're talking to Nicole. So welcome, Nicole.
Thank
Nicole
you.
recently just finished our anxiety relief program, and we wanted to check in and see how she's been doing with all of this. So yes, welcome, Nicole, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to spend a little bit with me here.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, Nicole, what made you book with me to get in control of your issues with your anxiety?
You know what? I was searching and I was searching the internet for how to, how to deal with it because it was very new to me. I didn't really understand. And I seen your name and I just started reading the testimonials, excuse me, the interviews, which led me on to, YouTube and more Googling and I watched a lot of things that you've presented, and I read a lot of testimonials, and I'm like, this is the person for me. She's confident, she's comfortable, she knows what she's doing, and I think you can really help. And you did.
Yeah, awesome. And I always find it interesting how people find me. A lot of people find me through my Google reviews. I tend to
Hmm.
collect raving fans instead of lifelong clients that are working with
Hmm.
me for years and years. So, yeah, so thanks for sharing that. And so, Nicole, with your anxiety, what kind of things were you experiencing? Like, how did it make you feel? What was going on with you?
So mine came on pretty fast and heavy. So I was experiencing a lot of panic, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry. I didn't want to be alone. I was afraid to drive. Um, a lot of confusion. I mean, I didn't know what was happening, so I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know the tools. I didn't know where to go from there. But you know, speaking with somebody who was very well knowledged really made all the difference for me.
Awesome. Cool. And so, what sort of things before you and I met and started
Mhm.
working together, what sort of things did you try to fix your anxiety issues in the past? What did you try to
Um,
do?
so I reached out. Obviously, I reached out right away and I built my own support group. Of 4 or 5 very close people that I knew I could trust and depend on. So that was the first thing I do was I built my own group. I did go to the doctor. I'm not a person who likes to take medication. And, I tried talking to the doctor about it. I tried talking to counselors and it just, nothing seemed to help. I had some friends point out some anxiety relief ideas, doing the 5 thing and I tried that, but um, I just didn't feel I was strong enough at the time that everything was going on to really do it by myself. I needed some help and I needed some help that couldn't be offered by those around me. It was more I needed somebody who knew what they were doing and could really let me know to feel safe and comfortable and that I could trust them and I could follow the path and go from there.
Right. Well, thanks for
Mhm,
sharing that, Nicole. So, you tried the medication. Did you try
mhm.
medication, or your doctor
No.
wanted to prescribe you medication and you didn't want to go that route?
Yeah, the doctor wanted to prescribe it, and he did, and I have it. But I didn't want to try it. I really felt that medicating was more a band-aid.
Hmm.
And I felt that I could probably get the right help and the right guidance and I could go from there. I mean,
Hmm.
I understand that medication really does help and I get that, but I didn't feel that it was right for me.
Right.
And I chose the hypnotherapy path because that was right for me. I'm a peaceful person and I like to do things as natural as I can. And hypnotherapy for me was the best way to go.
And so you mentioned that you did some counseling. Was that traditional talk therapy? And, why do you think you weren't getting the results that you were looking for with that?
Because counseling always brings up, it focuses on bringing up the past or bringing up the trauma or bringing up the situation. So I found that it kept me there.
Mm-hmm.
The more I talked about what I thought was causing things, or the more I talked about how I felt about it, it would just bring me right back there. And I found that, with hypnotherapy, we don't go there.
No.
We set the path, and we're not constantly referring to what could have triggered things. We're moving beyond it and fixing it at the same time. And that's why counseling just didn't work for this.
Right. Right. Well, thanks for sharing that, Nicole. Now,
Mhm.
what were your thoughts on hypnotherapy and coaching before you got involved with this program with us?
Well, I wasn't really sure. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I was perhaps a little bit concerned. I didn't know what to expect, but after our first consultation, when you explained the process to me and you explained how everything worked, and you know, um, speaking to a professional who knows what they're doing and how they can explain things, you set me at ease right away. I understood the process because you took the time to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned obviously some new words. I really want to say the N word, but I learned that that can be a negative word. So
Mm-hmm.
once I spoke with you and I understood more of what the process was, I knew that it was more for me, and I knew that it's going to be safe and it's only going to help.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's really changed a lot of my vocabulary too into more positive words.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. And so, you did quite a lot of work. We worked
Mhm.
together for 4 sessions, all online, all video sessions,
Mhm.
using a lot of other powerful techniques as well that you did on your own.
Mhm.
5 minutes a day, basically, to help resolve your
Mhm.
anxiety. So, how have you found that entire experience and the benefits, and what have you enjoyed the most out of all of that?
Um, I found the entire experience very enlightening. It's actually very empowering too. It's helped me realign, like I said, my thinking, my wording. It's helped me become more confident, more positive. The ability to do it over the computer, like on Zoom, was great because it was convenient. I could stay home, I could be comfortable in my comfortable surroundings. Um, the anxiety uh, workbook that you provide is great. I mean, because the toolkit, it has so many things that you can do and try. So if one thing doesn't work for you, maybe the other thing will.
Hmm.
I after completing our 4 sessions, I would really rather have a few more, just because it it mentally and physically and emotionally it feels so good. I'm so
Mm.
happy to be back to who I was, but better, right? Um, and knowing that I have all the tools, to be able to still practice my self hypnosis and
Hmm.
be able to, turn to the toolkit if I need to. Everything you provided for me is still there for me. Your support is still there. And I think that's amazing because it's helped me become a better version of me. And I know I can still reach out. So I really respect that.
Well, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Nicole. Just sent chills.
Mhm.
And so There's always the option, of course, to continue working together.
Mhm,
And some people choose to, just every month do a check-in,
mhm,
do a session to just keep
mhm,
everything balanced and that type of
mhm,
thing. And some people choose to do that, and other people, um,
mhm,
you know, are just happy going on their way. And if and when they need help with anything else, they can just
mhm,
return. So that process that we taught you, it was all personalized, your self
mhm,
hypnosis technique, and it helped you feel better, faster. I say
mhm,
lifting, I help you lift the mountains that you can't move, and you do the rocks, the pebbles, and the sand, all that light stuff every single day.
mhm.
So how did you find that process of using that self hypnosis every day?
Of course, at first I was a little afraid. Like, am I doing it the right way? Is it gonna work? Am I missing something? But going through the learning and the guidance from you really showed me, like, there's no wrong way to do it. You're gonna do it. And I particularly enjoy doing it in the evening, just when I'm getting ready to go to bed. It really helps settle me down, kind of puts me in that comfort mode. I I truly believe that it's helped me sleep a little better. I wake up in the morning and I just seem more confident, and I unknowingly, I guess in my present conscious, I'll do things. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, so it's a fascinating process. And you just, I I can't say enough good things, because it has changed my world for me. And being able to have those tools to lean back on if I need to. It's been a week now, I think, since our
Mhm.
last session,
Yep.
and I'm still practicing morning and night, and it's just become part of my routine now, and it's very comforting to have that in my routine.
Mm. And that's always with you, even if you take a
Hmm.
break for years and don't do it,
Hmm.
and you choose to start up again,
Hmm.
it's always there. It's just like
Hmm.
riding a bike. You take some time off from riding a bike, and you're worried about, oh, am I going to be able to do this again? Absolutely. You get on the bike and
Hmm.
you start pedaling and you steer and all of that stuff. It just comes back naturally, right? And so, yeah, and we only worked together for 4 weeks. We finished last week. So at the end of your 4 sessions now, and we've been a week since we finished working together, how are you feeling?
I feel really good. I had started this, because I was basically unable to leave my home, had to have somebody with me all the time, wasn't driving, really at kind of a very low point. Now I'm waking up, I'm happy, I'm full of energy. There's a lot more laughter in my world. Every day I'm so proud of myself because nobody has to be with me. And I, go out the door and I jump in my vehicle and I just go do the things that I need to do. And I come home and I'm I'm patting myself on the back. I'm like, hey, you did it. That's great. And every day I try and expand a little bit more and a little bit more. And I feel great. Like, where I was, 4 or 5 weeks ago to today is just an incredible change. And I just hope to just keep moving forward and keep practicing and just, keep getting better and better every day. I mean, I understand that things are going to come up, but I feel better equipped to deal with it now.
Yeah, and
And
that's
I think
awesome.
that's all because of our sessions.
You have the tools, right? You
Yeah.
have the tools, and life happens in ups
Mhm.
and downs, and so we want to keep it more balanced,
Mhm.
instead of those
Yeah.
highs and lows significant. And I find that that's so amazing to hear,
Mhm.
um how things have progressed, because I remember our
Mhm.
consultation, and I never forget our consultation. And then when we
Mhm.
finished together, and we only worked together for 5 hours,
Yeah.
that's it, right? 5 hours in
Mhm.
total,
Yeah.
to help you relieve your anxiety issues. So that's awesome. And part of that program that we worked with was looking into your diet, your
Mhm.
gut health, and how that affects your mental
Mhm.
health and anxiety. So how do you feel after implementing some of these changes?
Really good. I mean, I changed to some filtered water. I deal with a lot of unknown allergies. So, looking at the one part of our toolkit for suggested foods for anxiety, or not to, and I really paid attention to that. I tried some of the foods, um, but the the nutritional, like the health guidance, or stuff like that, it really helped, because when you're dealing with stuff like this, a lot of medical people are looking for medical things. They're not looking for just maybe a simple thing, right? So changing up my diet a little bit, paying attention more, changing up the water and stuff that I drink, I think it's really made a difference, um and I mean, like I say, with unknown allergies, I never know what's going to hit or when, but it's really made a difference. All of the suggestions that have come my way, I've tried in one way or another, from the toolkit and what you've sent, and they've really really made a huge difference.
Awesome. And there's simple changes, right?
Hmm.
Stuff that, you can
Hmm.
get at your local grocery
Yeah.
store and that type of thing. So simple things. And you've made some really big changes in your life. And so what are you most looking forward to now moving
Hmm.
forward with these changes that are happening?
I think the biggest thing is being able to get back out there. I'm super excited to have my sense of adventure back. My, I don't fear the tomorrows. I'm really enjoying, living in the today and looking forward to the future. And I'm just really super excited to just, you know, get back out there and live my best life and be a participant and not sit on the sidelines. So, summer's coming, we have lots of plans, and I'm excited that I can look forward to them and be confident that, everything's going to go well and I'm going to have a great time, and it's just going to be fun.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so awesome.
Mhm.
So, before we finish up here, Nicole,
Mhm.
you've had amazing results,
Mhm.
and this is what happens when you put in that effort. So,
Mhm.
what would you say to someone sitting on the fence, not sure whether to go ahead with something like this or not? What would you say to them?
Well, funny enough, I actually did just say to someone, you know what? There's there is nothing in hypnotherapy that will hurt you. It can only help you.
Mhm.
And with your guidance, Dawn, and explaining everything, hypnotherapy is, to me, it was absolutely the best way to go. There's nothing that can hurt you. And I've spoken to a few people, and I've said, like, try it. You can only succeed. It will only benefit you, and it will only help make things better.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best statement for the work that you do and how you do it is, it's only going to make it better.
Hmm. Hmm.
And you just have to, go for it and trust.
And I didn't make you, bark like a dog or cluck like a chicken either, did I?
No, darn it, no.
Amazing.
No, and you know what? And I mean, but that goes back to our very first call. You're so clear on what the process is, what the thoughts and expectations are, and what the plan is, that in that very first call, um, you made me so comfortable. And and that's what I've said to people, is like, having never met in person, but I made this trusted friend that you know, I didn't have to worry. I always knew I was safe. I always knew I was supported. And, there was no fear. You took fear right out of the factor right after the first phone call.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And finally, so, you
Mhm.
know, what's that single most important thing that you got out of this whole program? Like, what have you enjoyed the absolute most, Nicole?
Um, that's kind of a tough question because I've enjoyed the entire program so much. I think my biggest takeaway is that, I'm I'm back to being me. I'm back to being the happy, confident person. And I'm comfortable and I have my independence back.
Mm,
And that is the biggest thing for me is that, I'm comfortable. I'm not worried. I'm not freaking out. I'm not having to depend on somebody. I have my independence back, which makes me feel whole again. And I know that I have the tools and I have the strength and I can just go forward. Right. So for me personally, that's the biggest thing is my independence back. Um, Through the entire session, um, I think there was some pretty personal takeaways that happened in our sessions that you know really did my heart a lot of good.
oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so, you know, thank you so much, Nicole, for, sharing this. And this is what happens when
Mhm.
people commit. They commit to putting in the effort, they
Mhm.
commit to trusting the process,
Yeah.
and the results happen. And I
Mhm.
remember, that was what your desired outcome you wanted when we did our consultation. You wanted to be independent, you wanted to be free, you wanted to feel like yourself again,
Mhm.
and you achieved that,
Yes. Yeah.
in 5 hours of work. And so, you know, if you if you're sitting on the fence, if you're wondering if the anxiety relief program can help you, I encourage you to take the moment and schedule a consultation with me. You have nothing to lose and only one thing to gain
Mhm.
is moving forward. And
And I
so,
agree. Yeah.
yeah, and so it's
Mhm.
been a pleasure
Mhm.
working with you, Nicole, and I look forward to working with you in the future if we need to,
Mhm.
or just staying in touch. So,
Mhm.
I wanted to thank you so much for sharing that and coming on today.
Yeah.
And with that, sending you much love and gratitude here and onward and upward.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Dawn. I mean, everything you have worked with me on has been amazing. And I support the hypnotherapy process 100%. And I do. I mean, we'll keep in touch and I look forward to just moving forward. So thank you for all that we've done.
Yeah, you're very welcome. You're very welcome.